Welcome back, my beautiful Journey fam, and especially to any of my new guests. Welcome to another video with Tiffany. Well, today we're going to be talking about these feet, girl. These feet. I know it's about to be fall as I'm recording this. It's the first official day of fall, and I know you're ready to put them feet up in them boots, but it is not time to put them up yet before you do a little maintenance. So let's talk about it. Okay, so the why I'm doing this is because I went and did a little maintenance with my daughter on our mommy and me day, and we went to a pedicure, and I thought about, as I was sitting there, how often we go to get these pedicures hoping for this, relaxing experience, and especially to come out with soft feet. But sometimes you come out and they still look crusty with a little paint on the side. It is just so annoying, right? And so I've learned some tips and tricks that I do to help me feel better about my feet after I get done, which is so ridiculous to have to go pay that much money and still come home and do maintenance on your feet. And so sometimes I just skip the spa altogether and just work on my feet at home. So I'm going to give you my tips that I use to work on my feet and the things that I utilize, and then you can go forth and use them yourself or share with me the things that you use. So let's get into it. So if we're talking about coming straight from the spa, still having to do maintenance on your feet, which God forbid you do, I hope you find the right kind of spa where you get everything you need and all you have to do is slap on some lotion and be done. But if you do have to come from the spa and still do things because it was more of just an experience than it was actually doing your feet, then the first thing I like to have on hand is one of these, and this is a foot file. I'll put it up close. It has been cleaned. Once you use it, it does just kind of continue to always have just kind of this whitish look instead of the brand new grayish look that it comes with. You can find these on Amazon. I have more than one kind. This is the newest one that I have. We'll definitely link it down below for you, but super easy. You just hit the button and it has different speeds. Some of these have more than one speed. This one has a fast and faster, and then the off button. So some have more than one speed, some have 2 or 3. And so, but baby, these are holy girl. This is something that I use whether I'm going to the spa or not going to the spa. But definitely if you come home and you're like I've been sometimes, look down at your feet like, I still see dry skin, you can always use one of these. They're super inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon for less than 30 bucks usually, or around that price range, but less than 40 bucks for sure. Some even cheaper than that. And you can replace the heads on them. They're super easy to clean. I just cleaned it off with soap and water and pop it back in there. So super easy, very handy. You can sit over a towel on the floor, over a tub, over a trash can, whatever, and just do your feet. It doesn't hurt at all. It leaves your feet very, very soft and smooth. And so I really, really love this guy. And I just got it because I was like, I'm so tired of going and spending money. And yes, it's really nice and relaxing because they're massaging your legs and rubbing your skin, but my feet still don't feel good. This has been holy grail for me. So I have one. I bought my daughter one. I've told everybody I know about them because it's good to just keep your own maintenance up. Also, in between pedicures, even if you do find someone that's worthwhile, you can still kind of in between hit your feet with these and not be walking around with crusty heels. Because baby, the last thing you want is to be standing in line and somebody's looking down at your heels and they are white square blocks. You don't want that. Now, I know it's about to be boot season and we're about to put these feet up, but still don't neglect your feet. We still need to keep our feet up. So moving on to the next thing. The next thing that I use, even when I come from the spa that night when I take a shower, I still will use my handy dandy scrub. You're gonna see this twice in the video because I use it for multiple things, but you don't have to get this brand. This is, as my girls hit me to the game in my last OG video, the Equate brand. I love this brand. It is very nice and thick. The consistency is nice and thick. Oh, it smells so good. This is the watermelon. Hopefully you can see that really well. It is nice and thick. It is not cheap in quality at all. So it just goes to show you don't have to get the Tree Hut just to get a good quality scrub. But you can use Tree Hut. You can use whatever brand you love to use. You do not have to use this brand. I kind of toggle between them both. I'll get Tree Hut. I'll get this one. Tree Hut does have more scents. And I usually have, like in the bathroom right now, I have the Coco whatever coconut one, but I toggle between these two, and I like Tree Hut because they have a variety of scents versus this is only maybe like 5 cents. So, but anyways, I just grabbed whichever one was on top. It doesn't matter. I'll try to link them for you. I don't think Amazon carries the Equate brand, but they do have Tree Hut, so I will link my favorite Tree Hut ones. But I scrub my feet even when I come from the spa, just because I want that extra softness. You should kind of be scrubbing your body anyway with a gentle scrub here and there, but I definitely still use my scrub the day that I get my pedicure. So definitely don't forget to do that. Day that you go get your pedicure, you've already maybe hit your feet with foot file if you needed it or not. You've gotten in the shower, washed them up, and, you know, scrubbed them down with your scrub. Now you need to lotion them with something thick and put your socks on. And so I will usually opt for one of two things, either some conditioning socks, which I'll talk about later in the video, or some really good hydrating lotion. Everybody has their preference of what they like to use. Sometimes I will use my regular EOS lotion with a little bit of body oil in it, or I will use this lotion here. This is not specifically for feet at all, but I've learned that sometimes the name brand things that say they're for a certain thing aren't always the best thing. Y'all, I've bought this lotion and it has been the holy grail for me. This lotion is so super hydrating and thick that, baby, it does the job. Do you hear me? All you have to do is put this on and put on some socks. And even if you don't put on socks, it's still gonna work. But you put this on and put on some socks, your feet are going to be baby butt smooth. Of course, it's for diabetics, and diabetics have to have super moisturizing products. So that's why it is so thick and so moisturizing. It says a 24-hour hydration. All summer long, this is what I use for my feet. I was just scouring through Walmart like, I need something super moisturizing. And I saw that it said 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins. And I was like, you know what? If this is for diabetics, because my mom's a diabetic, then I know what they have to have. I'm going to get it and use it. And sure enough,
there are no white crusty blocks on my feet.
Okay, this this works, y'all. So you don't have to try it. If you have your favorite foot lotion, you use whatever you want to use on your feet at the end of the night after you've washed and scrubbed them and gotten them even a little bit softer like you like them. You use whatever lotion you want to, throw on some socks for a couple of hours, and then they should be nice and smooth and soft for you. But I do use this religiously. It's barely even anything in here. I saved it just for this video. It's time for me to go get more. But this is so good for feet because it is so moisturizing. So I will try to find it and link it below for you just in case you want it. Now we're going to talk about what I do if I don't go for the experience of the nail spa. Because I promise you these days, if I go to the nail spa, it's more for the experience than the actual doing of my feet. Because I'm lazy. I know they can get the base done. And I can come home and take care of the rest if I need to. Because they really be over there playing on our dollars and our emotions. So I have equipped myself with all the things that I need to make sure my feet look good. But then I went a step further and was like, what about if I don't want to go to the spa and waste money? What if I don't want to go battle that crowd? What if I don't want to spend all that money right now? What do I do? So I have equipped myself with my things and I'm going to show you what that is. So first of all, I will just show you the little basket. This is the little basket that I keep my self-care things in on my floor beside my nightstand. It is so super cute. And as you can, I don't know if you can see, it's got like a lot of stuff in there and it's all self-care stuff, really, all different kinds. But part of what we're going to talk about is in here. So I will show you that. And then just so you can see the other thing that I keep my things in, and it's quite bigger. I got that basket from TJ Maxx. And then I bought this, if you can see that, and it is loaded with all of my nail and foot stuff that I have and I keep in here. So this is where I keep my drills and files and nippers and all that kind of stuff there. And in my basket, I will keep more of like the moisturizers, the footies, all the self-care like things. So, okay, you don't want to go to the spa and you still like, my feet getting crusty, something needs to be done. First thing we're going right back to is this. I do this dry feet over. I sit on my little couch at the end of my bed, throw down an old towel, and I get to work while I'm watching TV or something. And I mean, I'm going over the top of my toes, I'm going on the sides, on the front, like all over your feet, okay? When you get done, I usually will have like a basin. There's little basins you can buy at Walmart or whatever, with some warm water and a towel, and I'll wipe my feet off. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use my little Cuticle Nippers. Now I know you guys have seen these before. These little nippers are good for fingernails or toenails, and you can buy them usually at Sally's or something like that. And it just has that little cutting detail there. And so I will like go in and put a little cuticle oil remover on my toe, something to soften it. And then I will cut off the dead skin on there. You can do this after shower. You can do this if you put some lotion or something there and just kind of cut the dead skin. Or even in between where the toenail and the skin is, you want to get like the little dead skin around your toenails. I will use that for that. Very rarely am I doing my cuticles because I don't know how to do those really well, and I'm not trying to draw blood. But I will get the dead skin that's in between the toenail and the toe, and like right there on the corners. And on the top of my second toe, I will get dead skin there. And so I will kind of like clean it up there, as well as using the drill. So definitely have you some of these little cuticle nippers, is what they're called, on hand for sure. This is the little oil that I ordered that you can use. You can get this off of Amazon. I'll link this too. This is the little oil that I use to kind of put around my feet when I am using the little cuticle nippers, just to make everything soften up a little bit and I'm not just cutting dry skin. And so you can kind of use this on. It does have like a squeeze top, so you can kind of squeeze it where you need it and then nip away if you want to. And these are old school. I don't think people even use these anymore, but these are like cuticle cutters too. Baby, these are dangerous. I don't really use these unless I really need to get inside of the crevice of my toe and toenail to kind of get that dead skin a little bit more than these can get, because these are thicker at the end. So I will often use these just a little bit, but not so much, because you do want to be very careful with these. So just keep that in mind to get you some of this oil. You can also substitute that with just some hydrating lotion, anything to soften that skin up, so that when you're cutting it, you're not like cutting your skin because you can't feel what's your skin and the dead skin. So yeah, make sure you have some kind of oil or lubrication there. The next thing is going to be to cut your toenails. I mean, we all know that, right? And so you can have just some basic toenail cutters. You have the fingernail cutters and the toenail cutters. For some people, they have very small toes and toenails, so I don't even often go for these a whole lot. I often use these even more than these, but it's good to have them both on hand. You can get super fancy with these. They make these in all kinds of awesome colors now, just in case you want to feel fancy: rose gold, black, all that. So get you some cutters, cut those toenails down. You're going to want to have some kind of file to file them down once you've cut them, to kind of make them nice and even. So get you a little file. These are the files that come, guys, with those fake press-on nails, and I just save them and keep them in my purse in different places. But they're so small that they're perfect for toenails, and so I will keep these on hand just to file down any sharp edges on my toenail once I cut them. Or sometimes you can cut them a little uneven and you don't want to keep cutting, so you can just file them straight. So have your little file. These you can buy these in little packs too off of Amazon or the store. So have a little file. So we're cutting our toenails, we are nipping our cuticles, we are filing our toenails straight, we have used the file on all of our foot. Now you're gonna go in with exactly what we talked about earlier and hit it with some scrub. You scrub it on up, girl. Scrub it real nice and good, and get it nice and even smoother. Usually after you've scrubbed, you can tell if you missed the spot with the drill or not. You could always double back if you need to, but most of the time the scrub, if you're scrubbing, just a gentle, even massage will get it nice and smooth. And then what I like to do is go in with my little fun booties. So let me show you what that is. After you've done your scrub, or while you're doing your scrub, don't be afraid to use one of those little brushes that you can buy and just like put some soap on there and scrub your toenails real good. Get all the dirt from around them and under them and all that. Honey, this brush needs Jesus. She been in there. She's been in that basket going through some things, because she is throwing up gang signs and everything. But you can use one of these if you need to kind of just like, brush off your toenails and brush around them and just make sure they're getting nice and clean before you do your moisturization. Okay, so let's recap. We have drilled our crusties. We have cut our toenails down with our toenail clippers. We have cut down our cuticles with our cuticle nippers and some kind of lubrication and cleaned up around them, gotten all the white pieces off and all of the dry spots around our toenail, all the dead skin that we can get, you know, within reason. Don't cut yourself, don't hurt yourself. We've gotten our fingernail files and evened out our toenails after we've cut them. We have done our scrub and scrubbed our feet, as well as scrubbed our toenails and make sure they're nice and clean with the boar brushes or the little toe brushes, whatever you want to use. You can get as fancy as you want to. And now it's time to dry those babies off. Make sure they're nice and dry. We don't want any foot fungus to grow, because if you don't dry your toenails, it will start to grow fungi. And now it's time to moisturize. So what I use is any kind of foot booty. And you're like, Tiffany, what is a foot booty? Well, This is not the exact thing you have to have, but it's a type of it, okay? I use and have tried all different kinds. This is just one I happened to pick up at TJ Maxx when I had my little niece down here for the summer, and we were doing a girls' day and she wanted to do booties. So I got some little cute fun ones. But normally I go to Walmart or I go to Ulta and I look in the foot aisle and I pick up whatever foot booties they have there. I also love going to Sephora because there's always smell really good compared to like Walmart and Ulta. Is just kind of not really a smell. These were super cute. I got these in a pack of like 4 for $4 at TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx right now is loaded with them on their self-care aisle. So there's no excuse not to be able to do them or find them. They're everywhere because everybody's really big into self-care. So go grab you some of these. And the way these work is you put them on like socks. I wish I could open them up for you, but I don't want to waste them because I'm not going to use them right now. But you open them up and they come out and they look like socks almost, except a little bigger, right? And you put them on over your feet. It's going to feel cold and wet. Sometimes it's going to smell good. And it's going to have a little tab, and you'll pull the tab off because it's sticky. And they want you to take it and wrap the booty around your foot to make it tight and stick it. And then once you stick it, you put your normal socks on over. I usually will get like a pair of fluffy socks and put it over there to hold it tight. And that way, if you wanted to, you could walk around and do stuff if you needed to. I don't suggest it. What I suggest is use that time for self-care time. You could read a book, whether it's on your phone, your Kindle, or a physical book. Drink you a glass of wine and listen to some music and light a candle and just chill. Scroll on your phone and drink your wine. You know, you can watch a movie while you're doing this. Me and the kids sat there and ate popcorn and watched a movie while we had our feet kicked up. This does take about 20 to 40 minutes, depending on which one you do. So yeah, use that time for self-care time, not for busy time. You're doing something for yourself, taking care of yourself. Let's not use it to go wash the dishes or walk around unless you need to go to the restroom. Just relax. Just chill. Okay, so you put these on, do your thing, and when it's time to take them off, you take them off. You're going to slide them off, and your feet are going to feel so moisturized. It's going to visibly be lotion or cream on your feet. You want to rub and massage that in all over your feet until it's gone. Okay, it's just lotion, not going to hurt you. You can rub it on your hands, or you can go wash your hands, whatever you want to do. The next thing I do is I like to moisturize my cuticles. And I know you're like, okay, you just got done moisturizing. Well, that was for my feet. I like to double moisturize for my cuticles. And so I will go in with some kind of oil. I actually got this from Sally, so I don't know if I can find it on Amazon, but I will find some of the other ones I've used and pop them on there for you. So you can find this kind that's liquidy or this kind, and it's more of a solid. I don't prefer the solid really. It's kind of hard to see because it's almost like, I don't want to say clayish, but it's harder. No, it's kind of hard to explain. It smells good. It smells like strawberries. And this one smells good too, but this one's so much easier. It's easier to control. Little squeeze top here. And so you just kind of squeeze it up in there and then, you know, dispense it where you want it. And then just massage it around your cuticles all over. And so I like to do that. And then I put my socks, my fuzzy, cozy socks back on. And then I run around like that until it's bedtime. And then when it's bedtime, I will take my socks off and we're going to hit it one more time with this before we go to bed. Honey, you talking about waking up with some baby butt smooth soft feet this recipe works, okay? And so you have double, triple moisturized your toes and your feet, and they are going to feel softer than they probably ever felt coming from a salon on your own. So that is how the moisturization goes. Okay, beauties, we have woken up the next morning. One sock is off and one is on. Or they both off if you're like me. And so it is time to actually do our toenails. I try not to paint the same night that I moisturize and do all of that, because let's be honest, you do that, you get in the bed, the paint is not dry, your feet are triple moisturized, it's probably not even gonna stick, y'all. I don't even worry with it the same night because I don't have time to be waking up and it's smudged or it's on my sheets or whatever. So I let the moisturization do its thing the next day, and then I go on to painting. Now, I'm just going to give you a fail-safe. Glitter polishes are a fail-safe. I say that in the sense of there's a lot of people who cannot polish their own toenails. If you do glitter, you can hardly tell when you mess up, okay? You can hardly tell. So I'm gonna give you the things that I use for toenails, getting them looking good with minimal effort. My favorite all-time nail polish of all is OPI. OPI is my girl. She is that girl. But I also will go and buy a Walmart fingernail polish, a Walgreens fingernail polish. It doesn't matter. One of my favorite glitter polishes had come from Walgreens, which they no longer make. But it was one of my favorite glitter nail polishes ever. So it doesn't matter where you get them from. Glitter is glitter, and they usually all last very well. Okay, so let's get into the polishes. When you're getting ready to polish your toenails, you're going to need a couple of things. First, I always have my polish remover pads. I know you're like, what is that? But I love the polish remover pads. I am out of them because I've been searching all over my room, and I guess I must have used the last one. But I will pop them up on the screen. You can get so many different kinds. I will also leave some in the description that I use. But I love to kind of go around my toenail and just use that to strip off any moisturization that's on there to make sure that my polish will adhere. Another pro tip is, just so you know, for the salon, girl, take your polish off by yourself, because they'll be over there doing some extra stuff, charging extra for polish remover. I will use these same pads to take off my nail polish before I go in, because what they tried to do to me last time was try to tell me my daughter's nail polish, which was just regular OPI, they tried to tell me it was gel and try to charge me extra $5 to $10, and it was polished. So I have gotten in the habit of taking anything that's on my fingernails and toes off if I can, unless it's something that's just extraneous like shellac or something you have to soak off, and I just don't feel like it. But these pads are so good. You can go through almost all 10 toes with polish on them with one pad, because they're so moisturized and so like liquidy, you can usually get it all off. I love them. So take one, go around each toenail and make sure that it is stripped of oil. You can use alcohol as well, which is what a lot of people use. That's what they use in the salons when they're spraying that cold stuff on your toes, is alcohol. But when I hate to do that, because then you're taking the moisturization from around the toenail. Versus if you just do this, you're just on the toenail. So have you some pads. I also like to get any kind of small container that I can find, and a brush. Any kind of flathead brush or cuticle brush like this. I think I got this from Sally's too, not sure. But you can get them from Amazon as well. I will make sure to link one down. And I will put some fingernail polish remover in here, because I dip this in there and go and clean up the edges of my toenail from where I might have messed up some. So I always have this on hand as well. And then the polishes. So they have these gel polishes now that you can use from Sally Hansen. Got this from Ulta. And you can use this and it will have a gel top as well. There's no cure. You don't have to cure these. They just are supposed to last a little bit longer. I can't tell if they last any longer than any other polish because it is glitter. And they all last to me. So I use this kind, or something that's kind of iridescent looking that still has that glitter component to it. And again, this is another gel kind. Or I will just go, and this is like a Walmart brand, I think. A nice fall color. Again, it's like a small glitter versus this one's more of a chunky, if you can see. Either one is very pretty. And then if you're just like a very simple girl and you just like something really simple, this is like it's like mermaid magical unicorn or something like that. All you will see is the sparkles and the rest of the nail will be clear. So I love going in with these when I'm doing my own toenails. They match, especially something like this or the gold matches anything that I put on, anything that I use in my nails. It's usually gonna go, especially this one, the clear base ones. And they last so long. They look good even when they're starting to chip and peel. So I love a good glitter. I will usually go in with the OPI top coat because it just lasts good for me. They are kind of pricey, but doesn't matter. You can use any top coat you have though. You don't have to use OPI. That's just the brand I prefer. But glitters are so good to go in with because you can almost not fail with them. You get a little bit on the side, take your little brush, dip it in there, and just go on the side of the nail and clean it up and done. Just that simple. For my girls that are artistic and like to get fancy, because she is not one, okay? I bought this stuff because my daughter is artistic and she likes to practice and do different things. And so we bought these. If you're fancy, honey, you can go in and buy these kind of jewels. You can get these off of Amazon. You can buy these from your beauty supply stores, whatever. And then you'll want to get something like this because these help put these little guys on the nail. So I've kind of tried to get like a little fancy a couple of times and it was pretty cute or whatever, but it does take some practice. But some girls are just good like that. So definitely pick you up some of these if you are a DIY at home art girl. They also have these brushes that you can buy and get if you are able to paint different designs on your toes really easily. Some people are just good at that stuff. And so why not have this around for the just in case you want to experiment. So yeah, that is exactly what I do. I let my toenail polish completely dry for hours. Keep in mind that just because the top layer is dry doesn't mean the bottom layer is dry. I had to learn that the hard way. So they even say when you paint your toenails, let that top layer dry for 45 minutes to an hour before you apply the top coat. Hope I said that right. The bottom coat dry before you apply the top coat. And when you apply the top coat, then you let that dry. It's extra 35-40 minutes. OPI has my favorite brand of a fast dry spray. I will see if I can find it. For some reason, I couldn't find it this morning, but I will see if I can find it and show you a picture of it. It is like my all-time favorite. It helps it dry so fast. So definitely look into getting that. If you're a person like, I need to move around, but just be careful. Do your toenails when you have enough time to sit and relax and actually do them and let them dry. But just remember that bottom and top layer don't need to be super close together. They need time to dry, especially regular polish when it's not a shellac or something like that. If you want to get really fancy, buy you some shellac, buy you one of those little nail curing kits from Amazon and do your shellac at home. I've done that as well too. So yeah. Okay, once my polish is completely dried and I know it's dried, I'm going to hit it again with that good old cuticle oil just to make sure everything is nice and moisturized, and then lotion up my feet if I'm about to go somewhere, and we are done with our feet. And I guarantee you they're about to be smoother, softer, and better looking than when you came from the salon, unless you have somebody who is really worthwhile. So definitely check out how to do all of this stuff. And let me just drop one more gem on you in case you're that girl who you're like, I want to feel extra like I'm at the spa. You can buy these drills, which I also got off of Amazon. And it's like your handheld basic drill. This is a Melody Susie. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get a little closer. So this is a Melody Susie drill. And it comes with the drill. It comes with these drill bits. It comes with these buffers. And then it also comes a whole bag of extra drill bits. I've used this for my nails. I've used this for my toes. Like if you do have cuticles around the edge, you can opt in to use one of these cuticle pushers, which I'm not super great at. I can kind of do it. So you would put this on and then use one of these cuticle pusher things. Or you can go in, and I don't use this when I use the drill. You can just go in with the drill and you can go and just get really close with one of the little cone shaped ones there and get close to your nail bed and kind of drill around it like that. So I will opt to do this sometimes over even the scrapey thing because I don't always know when I'm doing with this scrape thing, with this cuticle pusher / scrapey thing. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I will also link this one down below. I really like it. It's done a great job. It comes with so many different pieces. If you are a DIY nail girl, you'll like this for that as well. It's even easier to do on someone else than it even is yourself, but it does come in handy. So just wanted to drop that on you as well. But yeah, girl, you are ready to rock and roll. One more pro tip here. The glitter was a fail-safe, right? That is I can use this and do my own toenails even if I don't know how to paint them. If you know how to paint them a color and make it look good, girl, go for it. If you need a good recommendation for polish, I recommend OPI, but you can use any color. All right, but let's just say you're like, I got them all nice and soft and all of that, but I don't want to paint them and I don't want to go buy glitter. Go to the nail shop and just ask to get them painted. Now, I will admit that has gone up, because it has gone up from being like first it was $5, then it was $8, and now it's like $15, $25. They're getting out of control, and it's because it's convenient, and they know it's convenient for people, and sometimes they're kind of losing money because people are learning to do stuff on their own. So they have gone up a little bit. Shop around and find you a place that doesn't charge much to paint them for you, and go in and get them painted. They will paint them for you, sometimes cut, paint, and shape for you to where you don't even have to do all of that, and you just do the maintenance of getting them soft. So remember that trick, because I do that all the time. I will get them nice and soft. I'll cut them down to kind of where I want them to be, because they seem to never understand what short means. And so I'll cut them down to my desired length and go in, and they'll drill them and clean them up a little bit, and then they'll paint them for you. And voila, you have what looks like what should be nail spa salon feet, but you did them at home for probably only 15 bucks, depending on what they charge you to paint. So just keep that in mind as well. It's kind of a little pro tip you can do to kind of cheat the system. You don't get all of the bells and whistles of the massages and all of that, but your feet are truly soft and you get the polished look from somebody else. So keep that in mind. Okay, beauties, and that is it. That is all of my tips and tricks for how I keep my feet soft from home, how I come home and sometimes take care of my feet a little extra mile to make sure they're super soft like I want them to after my salon visit. So I hope this has helped you some. I hope that some of my tips and tricks, my products have helped you. I will link as many as I can find from Amazon on there. Some of this stuff may not be on there, but you can go to Walmart and find them. Ulta and find some of them. Yeah, they're usually everywhere, but I will try to link as many as I can find so it can just be as easy as a click for you. But write this stuff down. If you have to write down my order, write down my order. Remember, you can find those footy things anywhere. Walmart, Walgreens, Ulta for sure. Now TJ Maxx, you can get multiples in one pack for what you go to Ulta and pay for one. So just keep that in mind. I will drop some in the description if I can find them. And I just want you to take care of yourself. Don't think because it's about to get cold, because you know we get to growing our winter fur and putting our crusties up in socks and not taking care of them. Still take care of yourself for you, and don't wait till the summertime to pull them out and start doing maintenance. So go ahead and do your self-care and take care of yourself. I hope this has helped you. Let me know in the comments if it has. If you have any tips and secrets for me or the other girls or ladies, do share with us. And until next time, I'll see you later. Take care of yourself and have a great fall. Bye.